Hello, everyone. Alicia Skousen here. I am waiting for my husband, Bill, to jump on as well. He's going to co-host. Anyway, thank you for attending the webinar. This webinar is going to teach you how to become an authority or an expert online to build your business. Any kind of business, if you're a plumber, it works for you. Network marketer, any kind of business. Bill, are you on? Are you on?
I'm watching.
But I don't see you.
I don't know how to see it.
Well, you want to come over here? Okay, anyway, what? Come over here. Why don't you come in here, Bill? Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, anyway, let me introduce myself. My name is Alicia Skousen, and I am a network marketer and an internet marketer. My husband should be joining us soon if he can get this figured out. But anyway, let's get started with this webinar. I'm going to share my screen now. Okay, here we go. So, anyway, this webinar, it's on how to become a credible expert overnight. This is the first of a three-part series, and I guess I'm going to be solo on this. So, okay, what you're going to learn is eight things that people do to prevent expert status, and why become a credible expert. How to become a credible branded expert, and obstacles you will face. However, if you just stick to it, the payoff is awesome, okay? And then finally, we're going to touch on how to identify your market and those people that you want to work with. My history. Let's see. I was a single mom for about 14 years, and I got my bachelor's degree, worked hard in public accounting to get my CPA. Then I worked strategically to build my resume, working for top CPA firms, companies, and then I did consulting services to in the area of SEC compliance. That's the Securities and Exchange Commission. And I did this hoping to have a secure income because I was a single mom. But what I found is, yeah, I was pretty secure, and I could pretty much go anywhere that I wanted to. However, I didn't realize that the trade-off was that I would never see my son. I worked 50 to 60, even 70-hour work weeks, and I traveled a lot. So I never got to see my son, couldn't pick him up from school, and I couldn't get him into the sporting activities, and it was a heartbreak. So I was stuck on this hamster wheel, just hanging in there, thinking that one day everything would work out and I would have enough savings and I would be able to have more time to spend with my son and do the things that I wanted to. However, that didn't happen. But I guess as a blessing in disguise is that I'm going to email my husband here. He's ducking out. So I had a ski accident that kind of took me out of the workplace for a while. And that coupled with the economy crash of 2008. And after that, there was no work to be had. No one was hiring for employees or contract work. Can you just stay here with me and add, since I can't? So now my husband's joining me here in the office.
Hello.
So I was actually looking for something. I knew I wanted to be able to stay at or work from home, and I wanted to be able to have flexibility. I had this idea that I just wanted to be able to go anywhere and I could just work whenever I wanted, wherever I wanted, and have money come through. So my husband introduced me to network marketing. I never realized what I was looking for was network marketing. And but then we got married, and I ended up moving up to Utah. So I left as a part of the state in California where that was my entire network. And then I moved to an area in Utah, Park City, where it was hard to develop the relationships and support my distributors in California and other places. And so that's why I started looking into online marketing. So why online marketing? Like I said, I wanted to leverage my time and resources to positively impact the greatest number of people. I love to teach and add value to the lives of people. It's more effective and efficient since I get to target people who are actually looking what I have to offer. Creating a list, which I'm going to explain to you, allows me the opportunity to develop better relationships with someone, identify their needs, and then provide them with solutions. And now my audience in my market, it's just not in California or just Utah, it's international. And that's the kind of exposure you can get with online marketing. So I love helping people, and online I can help a lot more people. And I can better support my team online than I could offline. However, offline is still very important. So online is a complement to offline. You do need both. So 8 things people do that prevent their expert authority status, okay? So 1 is using social media for content. Don't get me wrong, you should put valuable stuff on social media, but it should not be where you are driving all your people. You need to drive people to your island of information so you can capture them onto your list. So that island is your blog page. 3 days after you write your content, your good stuff on social media like Facebook or Twitter, it's gone. And you really can't find it, and no one's going to be looking for it. So using social media for sales is another mistake people do. If you don't have a huge thriving brand, and even when you do, your post and your sales page, I'm sorry, what is it? So you don't want to push sales on your social media pages, because that's often looked at like spam, and it just usually you're going to lose friends that way. So the goal is to develop relationships on social media, and then what you do is you pull them off social media and onto your website, where you can get them on your list and start to develop that relationship. Having a status page. So what that is, you want more traffic to a page that isn't updated very often. So actually, that's a static page. That's a typo. A lot of people will just have a static page with their basic information. However, it's not going to pull people to that site because they want to go there for information and they want to see that you're actively updating and providing value. Also, Google likes having fresh content. If you're not posting things actively on a regular basis, Google is going to put you out in Google jail. So another mistake they don't do is what they tend to do is not teach their market. So if you name an expert in your niche, and I'm sorry, guess what? They teach. And they teach ILT, which is Invest, Learn, Teach. So some people are scared to sell. There's a lot of people that they're bloggers, they have a blog site, but they don't want to sell anything. But that's because they've lost the concept that money equals value. So the system that you're going to learn here is that as you add more value, people want value and they're willing to pay for that value. And the whole concept of blogging is that you provide value by meeting their needs, okay, solving their problems. And at the same time, you're educating your audience to appreciate what you do have to sell down the road, okay? Now remember, this is along with your primary business. Like my primary business is my network marketing company. However, I'm aware that through this process, it's going to require that I reach out several times to my audience to educate them and to also provide tools for them to build their own business. And so it's a gradual relationship that you build. So what you're going to learn in this system is you're going to learn exactly what to teach and at what point, you provide a tool for someone for like $5. And then someone doesn't appreciate what you're giving them many times unless they're paying for it. So there's a lot of psychology that goes into online marketing. So some people, they're just waiting for the resume. So they think they don't have anything to offer their audience until they've been able to achieve something, some certain level in their company. But you don't have to wait till you're at some level to start establishing yourself as credible. But you do have to start providing value. And what you're going to be learning in this course is how to find the value and the content to deliver to your audience. Okay, so some people, they just don't know what to talk about. Remember, those who struggle with what to say to attract leads, they will never become an authority. That's why it's so important to invest, learn, teach. You invest in your own education by reading, doing seminars, or going to seminars, going to trainings, going to corporate events, and then you share that value, what you've learned, with your audience. So, and that's the big problem. People fail to invest in themselves. Free is the most expensive thing online. Free can send you on a wild goose chase. People don't have the lifestyle that you want. The people who are offering free, they don't value the information that they're providing. And so you just, I guess you just get what you pay for. So repeat after me, ILT and repeat. Every time you invest in an event, a training, a coaching, you teach. Look for ways to buy and invest in yourself. This is increasing your education. It's increasing your personal asset. Your training and coaching is the most important. It goes into the most important asset, and that is you. It also is an investment because as you teach, that represents your future earnings. You can step in anytime.
No, you're doing great.
Remember, the invest in yourself mentality is the #1 way to achieve success in your niche, regardless of your industry or market. So my husband and I, we've invested a lot of time and money and resources into our coaching, events, books, and training. And why? It's because we are very serious about providing value to you and in our marketplace and becoming experts and creating our perfect lifestyle. We know, Bill and I know, that free resources will not take us to where we need to go in order to be an expert, nor streamline our road to success. And it's the same for you. If you just keep going after the free stuff, you're not able to really hone in and target the training, the coaching, and the education you need to get to the top. So go ahead.
So before we go into this next section, I just want to make a couple comments. For one, I love offline network marketing. I love talking to people. I love developing the relationships and associations. But I also understand and realize that business is shifting and has been shifting for quite a while. And that to complement what we and most of us already know about offline marketing, we really need to grasp online marketing. Now, as she's going through these slides and educating you, you may think, well, how do I learn all this? You know, it's very easy for me to go talk to somebody. I know how to talk. I've been doing it my whole life. And now I have to learn this technical aspect, and it seems kind of daunting, maybe too much so. But let me tell you, most of you, I'm sure, are familiar with Facebook or Instagram or Snapchat. All those had a learning curve. Most of you know how to use your iPhone or your Android phone. Most of you know how to use computers. All these things have become second nature once you learn how to do it and once you start implementing it. The same rules apply to online marketing. The things you learn, you will be able to grasp. And as you grasp it, you can utilize it. And as you do that, you become better at it and it becomes second nature, just like every other piece of technology you have. The important thing is that all businesses are transforming and going to online marketing. Look at Amazon, for example. How many of you have gone to make all your purchases through online stores? I'm sure many of you, if not most of you, do some component of online purchasing.
And
So
we'll put you on here so they can see. There's Bill. He's here.
So my point is that you don't learn this overnight. It is something that will take some time, and you'll make some mistakes and you'll go backwards and then you go forwards. But this is the process everyone goes through. It's the same way with traditional network marketing. You make some progress, you learn from your mistakes, you go forward, and you just don't quit. So this is the goal with online marketing as well. And fortunately, Alicia is very good at grasping this and teaching this. This is why she has split this up into 3 parts, because it's really too much information to distill upon people in just 1 hour-long webinar. You just won't get the details you need. So she's going to be, it's not spoon feeding, but just gradually giving you information over the next three weeks. Plus she'll be available for questioning, and you could contact her and ask specific questions. Yeah. But I do know, and this is what opened our eyes about a year ago, that you can become phenomenally successful in your network marketing company or in any business in reality if you follow these steps, learn these techniques, and start using them, and then help other people to do the same. And you'll be richly rewarded for that. So I just wanted to say that before she goes into the next section of her presentation here.
Also, something that I've been made aware of because I am I'm an alumni of, some large CPA firms, I have insight as to the international trends in business. And I've just been notified that they are big companies. They're going to start asking people for their branded professional website, not a resume, because they figure they want to see the whole picture of an individual. They want to see their references, but they want the references to be video chats from those references. They want to see what that person has accomplished. What are their assets? The company wants to know that the branded professional has something to back up, not just on a piece of paper, and that they are being proactive to be leaders in their industry. So that's where things are going. And the people who jump on to this, doing online marketing first, they're going to be the ones who can capture the market, the majority of the market out there. So let's get back to the slides.
So one more comment. Since you went there,
Okay.
I just got to say, network marketing is marketing, right? It's about developing relationships. It's about social interactions. So traditionally, that's what people have been doing. We don't need to reinvent the wheel for 60 years, right? But since business is transitioning to an online type of marketing presence, it's like network marketing, we're the experts in developing relationships, and social media is the most current, best way to help not only increase your relationships, but maintain and strengthen your relationships, whether it be Facebooks or the Instagrams and the Snapchats or any other social media platforms. Yet, as a network marketing company, we don't seem to really avail ourselves to that properly. A lot of people try and do it because they think, well, it's just like talking to people. I just need to put stuff on my Facebook. Well, that's really how you don't do it. And it's like in network marketing, traditionally offline, you don't go up to somebody and say, hey, I'm in network marketing, we got a great product. You need to join me. You need to sign up. No, that's not how you do it. And there's steps you need to do and proven steps that work. The same rules apply to online marketing. You just need to learn the proper way to do it. Most people don't know that. The innate way that they think they do it only ruins their business, ruins their friendships, and ruins their company's reputation, so
Brand
to speak.
and reputation,
Brand,
yeah.
right. So it's important, if you're going to do this, you learn to do it right. And that's what we have found out, and that's why we're presenting this and teaching this information.
Thank you. Okay. Let me get back to the screens. Here we go. Okay. Why become a credible expert? Okay, in traditional marketing of your business, whether it's, like I said, a plumbing business or network marketing, the traditional way is most people, it's a one-on-one or a one-to-one marketing strategy. First they go for their warm market, their family, their friends. They go through phone calls and they go door to door, emails, or they circulate flyers. And the problem with this is that it takes, on average, 5 to 7 touches to convert someone to a buyer or investor in your business. And investor, by that I mean, in network marketing, you have business partners, associates. So when you go door to door and hand out flyers, you don't really get their email address, and it's hard to know who to go back and give a touch to. So it's inefficient so you have that 1 month, you went out and you did flyers and you got so many responses. And then the next month you're starting at 0 again because you don't have that list. Creating a list is your most valuable asset by doing online marketing. And you're going to create that list by providing value. It's also the most difficult way, doing the one-to-one offline, trying to generate leads from a cold market. That is the most difficult way to develop relationships. So to become a credible expert, you need to build a brand to leverage your exposure and your influence. Online marketing provides leveraged exposure. So a blog website provides a platform to provide value to your target market by solving their problems. So your blog is like real estate. You draw people in, and once you create that blog, it's going to stay there for years. And you'll continue to get people directed to your website with the different browser searches, okay? And your blog provides the greatest impact per unit of measure of your time. So rather than just talking to one person, for instance, I'm doing this video or this webinar with my husband. I can repurpose it, and I can do notes, and I can offer it as a free piece of content or a freebie offer just to get someone's email. So also people become drawn to you. If they do a Google search on how to get leads, for example, and you have all these step-by-step blog entries on how they can get leads, they're going to come to you, because that, for network marketers, that's one of their problems. They want to generate more leads. So when you solve the problems of your target market, you create a loyal following. This is attraction marketing. It lets you create a list through opting in, and as you have a list, you can further refine what their needs are. And as you learn what their needs are, their wants, their needs, you can better serve them. It also provides you the opportunity to build a rapport with your audience. And as you build a rapport and you provide value, people are going to have more trust in you, and you're showing them some results, and they're going to be more willing to buy a product or a tool from you, or maybe become your business partner. The thing about building relationships online is that they're not a warm market, but as soon as you start building that relationship, they do become your warm market. So other benefits of having a blog. So remember that blogging is the key way to establish yourself as an expert online. And the people who do that effectively and do it now, you will dominate your niche. So it's a way to build your email list. And it's a way to own your own content. When you have your own website, you own that. You own everything, all the words on there, you own everything there. If you post something on Facebook or Instagram, they can shut you down at any time, and you have lost all your followers there. You've lost all your content. By having your own blog, you own it. So it also provides a hub to draw people in. So for instance, you're going to put, let's say I did a blog on how to, just on attraction, the law of attraction, and how you are going to attract to you how you're thinking, or the energy that you're putting out there. And so if I post something on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, there's going to be a link to my blog site where I can give them more and more value. So this is really important, okay? The next point. Having your own blog, it allows you to bypass everybody else who is in your market, and for those people who are researching online about your business and your products. Now, that's one reason, as a general rule, anything as you're branding yourself, you don't mention your company or your product. Or if you do, it's only about 10% of the time, because what you're trying to do is create curiosity. So if you say, wow, I just started this brand new product and I have so much energy and it's not even with caffeine. So then you put out there, do you know what it is? And so you just get all this excitement up and they just want to know, what is it? What is it? Well, private message me and I'll tell you. So you're creating curiosity. If you tell them what it is right outside the gate, they're going to go and research it and they're not going to bother talking to you. They're going to just Google the product, and they might even go join up with somebody else or go direct to the company. And you've lost that opportunity to build that relationship with them. Now, another important area of blogging is that it allows you to monetize your list as you serve their needs. Anything else? Now, having your blog, it allows you to monetize your list as you provide solutions to the wants and needs of your market and your audience. And this allows you the opportunity to create multiple streams of income. Again, our primary business is our network marketing company. However, we can provide, for instance, I have an affiliate with Amazon. If I tell someone, you really need to get this book if you're having trouble with identifying your target market and what are their needs. So I'll say, hey, you got to check out this book. And if they buy through my link, I make 5%. And there's nothing wrong with that. So know that any industry can generate multiple streams of income. It allows you to make money while you're building your primary business. But make sure that as you are identifying these different streams of income, that they're congruent and non-competing. So, for instance, you don't want to be doing just two different network marketing companies that compete against each other. Plus, it's against the rules of the network marketing companies. And it doesn't hold you out as being an expert. It really, it will make your integrity a little dingy, we'll say. Again, affiliate sales. This is how you can, if your audience, if they need a certain tool, they're going to get it anyway from somebody. And so, but if it comes from you, you are holding yourself as an authority. You are like the doctor. You tell them that they need to take this aspirin and you're going to provide the aspirin. And so it allows them to get the tool. But then they can also follow your lead and also do the affiliate sales. But know that these are not network marketing opportunities. These are just, it's just a one-to-one. You get a commission for that one sale that you make. Okay. There are different ways to market your business. One of them is to buy leads and to buy email lists, etc. However, there's problems associated with that. One is, unless you have a rapport with that person most likely is not going to open that email. Another problem is if you've sent an email maybe 2 to 5 years old, most likely they're not going to open the email. However, with blogging, you can have your blog up there for years and people will still search that blog entry provides value. And if there's an affiliate link, they'll buy that book, they'll buy that product to help them in their business, and you get a commission. There's also paid advertising. The point of paid advertising is to buy more advertising. And however, with the blog exposure, it never goes away. Plus, what I'm going to be teaching you is relinking to other blogs within your website, which increases your exposure. It also, once you do a relink, there's a way that you code it so that Amazon will see it as a brand new entry. So the skills that I'm going to be introducing you to is blogging, the content creation strategies, keyword research for SEO optimization, and lead generation strategies. And all this sounds like Greek probably to you, but just hang in there and you're going to learn it. Sorry, my mouth is getting dry. Okay. Now, I know I kind of played around with trying to do my own blog, but seriously, it's better to find someone to do it for you. Thanks. So there's some different resources you can use to actually set up your blog. And also something I want to tell you, until you get your blog up and running, stay tuned for next week, because I am going to be going more in detail about your content, and that's the value added. What your homework is going to be for the end of this webinar is I'm going to give you a homework assignment to help you find your target market. Okay, now until you get your blog going, then I do recommend that you start providing value on social media, like your Facebook page, on Twitter. But I'm going to go over some of those examples next Thursday, the next webinar. Okay. So until then, when you create your blog, I suggest finding someone to do that for you. And there's these organizations, these are websites, and there's Upwork and Elance. Both of those have really good, well, you have to interview the people that you're going to hire. And then there's Fiverr. Now Fiverr, they're more like, for $5 you can get a banner made for your website. You can get a graphic made. But my mentors have told me, don't go to Fiverr to find your blog designer or your website designer. So on all three of these services, you just go in and you create an account and you post a project. Then people will respond. Now, when you kind of want to do an interview, and you want to make sure that the person you're interviewing is responsive and efficient. You also want to make sure that they speak your native language, because as you try to explain to the contractor what you want done, if you have a language barrier, it's going to make it more difficult for them to see exactly what you want. Now, one good way to help interview that contractor is to do a Skype, or ask them for a video. Also, you will see how many stars they have. So if they have high ratings, I would definitely go with someone that has high ratings and over 100 projects, of successful projects. That means that they're experienced.
I'd like to inject some here. You know, we've learned from the School of Hard Knocks how not to hire people. I could tell you a whole lot of stories, which I'm not going to do right now, but just one other tip, that when you talk to the people who are actually the people who are going to be doing the programming and putting your website together. Don't go through marketing people or sales people. These guys will say anything, and then, you know, nothing works and nothing's communicated the way you thought it would be. You need to develop that relationship with the actual person doing the actual work, and go from there. Don't go through any third party people or salespeople or front people or anything else. Got to find the right person that's doing the work.
And one other thing that I've learned, all of my, we'll say, learning experiences, I'm going to pass those on to you so that you don't, so you don't make the same mistakes, but also so you can learn from what's happened with me. And when I made a post, I've worked through Upwork and Fiverr. Elance actually, I don't know, in some areas they're still available, but I would post a project on one of these websites, and then people would try to bypass that service and try to contact me directly. And that's so that I know it, so they didn't have to pay the fee that Elance and Fiverr charge. But it's just like with PayPal, there's kind of a warranty. It protects that that relationship, so that if I have a problem with how the project that somebody has done, I have that middle person to help ensure that the project gets done according to the specifications. So when you go outside of these services, you're at risk, and that's just food for thought. Definitely utilize these services to help guarantee that you're going to get exactly what you have agreed to, and that you're not paying money for something that hasn't been done. Okay, so these are some of the biggest obstacles. There's 3 of them, okay? And probably the number one, or I guess they're equal, but technology. Outsource what you can to others. And remember, your time is money. So as a frame of reference, figure out what is your desired hourly rate, and then outsource anything less than that. And get to the point to where you are just doing those tasks that only you can do, which is developing the relationships, finding the needs of your audience, your target market. That's where your value comes in. And then outsource the website, outsource, if you can, some of the emailing, the autoresponders, and I'll get into that later. Content. I'm going to teach you where and how to come up with endless content, okay? It's all going to be based on the ILT. Invest in yourself, learn and implement, and then you teach. If you are continuously building your personal asset, and this is something you need to do every day, you are never going to, you're always going to have content to share. Also, as you build the relationship with your market, you're going to get more in tune as to what their needs are, okay? And now you might be wondering, well, why would anyone want to listen to me? Remember that everyone, no matter how successful they are, everyone started as a newbie, as brand new. They started somewhere. And you actually have more value to offer than you probably think. So remember that your focus should be identify and solve the problems of your market, and ask people questions to learn what their struggles are. That's part, you're going to get that as you build the rapport. And remember, this isn't about you, it's about serving. And then once you have your market identified, you're going to hone in on them, and you're going to learn what the problems are and provide content to solve those problems. You're going to do this consistently. And I will tell you, the people who are most consistent, those are the winners. Those are the ones that are going to take the market. Okay. If you're hot and cold, like you're consistent and then you're out. You got to be consistent, even if it's starting 3 days a week. So now I'm moving on to the target market. So your marketing channel should talk to your market. You want to keep it simple. Instead of looking at what works for other people, you want to look at what areas of, what industries, what market niches, what people really get you excited. And what are the kind of people, what are the traits of the people that you want to work with? If you don't like working, let's say like with accountants, they're boring, then don't go for accountants. If you want to look for makeup artists, then go for makeup artists. And okay, in here I put the example of attorneys. They're always getting the brunt. Who wants to work with attorneys?
Unless you have to.
Okay. Now remember, everything works if you're consistent about it. So you want to identify what you want. What are the traits of your favorite clients or people? What are you passionate about? Do you enjoy working out? And you want to go after personal trainers. Well, that's your market. And so look at the traits of the people, the niche, the profession, where they are geographically or demographically. So you just want to pick one. Just don't waste time on this, because the key is getting into action and start implementing the content. And so everything that you learn, it's going to be good for any market that you go into. So just take the best guess. And if you, let's say, in a year, you don't like that market anymore, it's okay, because you've already developed the habits. And plus, the blog entries that you've done for that market, it's going to be there forever. And you're still going to be attracting people to, from that market to you. So you will know when you have the right market and you have really honed in on them through your engagement and asking them. So if you're getting a lot of interaction and engagement based on what you're providing, then you know you're really hitting their buttons, I guess you could say. So I want to tell you about a great book, and this will help you with your target market. Okay, the book is called The Ultimate Sales Letter. It's been out there for a while, and I think there's a link down below on the screen here on your end. And so there's a link there, or you can buy it wherever you want to. But it's been out for a while, and it will help you identify your market and how to appeal to them to generate those relationships, the rapport, and figure out what they need, what they want. Now, again, you're trying to create 5 to 7 touches. With online marketing, there's because you're online, you're going to be attracting people most likely that are online. And I found that it's really not too hard to build a relationship, because they're used to building relationships online. Someone that maybe they do Facebook, they just check it to see what's going on with their friends. They're going to be a little more, I guess, reserved. But the people who are used to being online and talking to people online, they're either they're going to be attracted or they're not. And how they're attracted is by you solving their problems. And what I'm teaching you is based on Ray Higgins' 3-minute expert training. Okay, there's a link below, and he actually goes in far greater detail than what I am going to teach you, because this is going to be 3 one-hour trainings, but it's going to get you started in the right direction. And after these 3 weeks, I'm still going to continue to give you training and value. So I am open to your feedback, whatever I can do to help you become successful, help you understand this. It's a lot to take in initially, but just hang in there. With all these trainings, you're going to, and as you start implementing it, you'll start to understand it more. Anything? So, see, and oh, so that was the 2 there. Okay, the questions and answers. We're back.
So I have a question.
Okay.
What is the difference between social media and internet marketing?
Okay. Well, social media, people, remember, people just go there. People aren't going there to buy something, okay? They're going there, they're trying to get caught up on their friends, their family, maybe there's some dating services that use social media these days. That's what I've heard, honey. So the online marketing, it's there's 2 types of marketing. One is passive, one is active. And when you're going out, actually reaching out and communicating to people, that's active. And passive is the blogging. It's and also the advertising. Paid advertising is another active method of marketing. So with the online marketing, you have your hub, which is your blog, and you use your spokes. That's the social media. That's Instagram. That's Twitter. And Facebook, right?
Snapchat,
all those, YouTube even.
YouTube.
And the goal is to eventually drive everyone. You want to pull everyone back to your website. That's kind of the cozy home where you can really nurture and build a relationship with your audience, and they can communicate with you, and you can develop this relationship.
So social media are just some of the spokes
Yes.
of the wheel of internet marketing.
Yes.
And of your blog and main web page. It's
right.
To funnel in people and develop those relationships.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I have another question.
Okay.
Another question. So if you were just starting out in a network marketing company,
okay,
would you recommend that someone first learn offline and all the concepts of offline marketing first, and then start getting into internet marketing, like nail the basics of offline?
Well,
or
that's a
do
good...
them both simultaneously, or do the online first and then go into the offline, or what do you think?
Offline marketing, that is traditional network marketing. That's the belly to belly. And it's going to take some time for you to establish yourself. First of all, get up to speed with online marketing. And then, like when you first start blogging on your web page, you're not going to have anyone coming to you. You're not going to get a lot of activity. However, as you are consistent in meeting the needs of your market, all of a sudden that's going to start growing. And so the purpose of social media is that's where you're going to build your relationships. That's where you'll go into forums. For instance, Robert Kiyosaki, he has a Facebook page, and he has, I don't know, over 100,000 followers there. But there tends to be like-minded people there. and they all are into self-improvement, becoming better, personal development. And there's a lot of interaction on that website or on that Facebook page. And people are open to being contacted there to discuss some of these topics further. And so social media is where you can develop those relationships, and then you can pull them into your website to provide, to answer the questions. Another example is if you go into a forum, and for example, there's a forum that I'm a member of, and they have an area for people in transition of a career. So they aren't necessarily wanting to retire, but they're being forced to retire. So a lot of times they'll have questions about, well, what next? And I can, if they have a question, I can actually go in and directly respond to them to answer their question. Or if I don't have the solution, I'll go research it. I might do a blog on it, and then I will share that blog post with that person, and then we can start building that relationship.
Okay, one final question because we're coming up on the hour.
Okay.
You mentioned that Robert Kiyosaki has a Facebook page that has over 100,000 followers.
Yes.
Can you explain the difference between a Facebook page that only limits you and allows you to have 5,000 and a Facebook page that allows you to basically have unlimited?
That's a good question. Yes, a very good question. Okay, your personal page on Facebook, you're only allowed a maximum of 5,000 friends, okay? And Facebook has a lot of rules. They want your personal Facebook page to be personal. And then there's the fan page or your business page. And on there you don't have friends, but you have followers. And that is where Facebook wants you to do everything related to business. You also have a lot more tools available to you about, doing ads and promoting yourself, and the paid ads. Also, they also have a feature where it's called retargeting. And for instance, if anyone goes to your website and they go someplace else, retargeting, it's from Facebook, they will know where you go. So for instance, have you ever gone to a website, let's say Amazon, and you looked at a particular product, okay? Maybe your favorite shampoo. And then you go to another web page, and then all of a sudden you have these ads popping up related to that product that you're looking at. That's retargeting. And that's a typical practice in network marketing, in online marketing.
So we'll go into more details on that in future webinars. And but we're at the top of the hour. I'd like to thank Alicia for her presentation, and hope you got value of this. It doesn't matter if there's one person watching or 1,000 people watching, because these webinars will be archived and be able to be shared forever. And until they're updated with new ones based on new information and new techniques, the information will be pertinent for many, many years. So we look forward to talking with you and chatting.
And if you need to reach me, my website is AliciaSkousen.com. That's ALYCIASKOUSEN.com. You can also you can respond to this on YouTube. You can put a comment there. You can contact me directly. I have a Facebook page under the same name, or you can also email me at AJSKOUSEN@gmail.com. Okay, we'll see you next Thursday.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Have a great weekend, Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
A great week.
Okay, bye.